Hey, what's up guys? This is Sweet Biscuits, and in today's video I'm going to show you how you can lazy load your components, which will decrease the file size of our code, and that should give us a nice performance boost. So if you remember from a previous video that I did, how to dynamically load components based on selection, we had this example here where we can come through and we can pick a card A, a card B. So we're dynamically loading these components based on whatever we choose in here and defaulting to Angry Joe right here. And this is nice, but the problem with this approach is regardless of which component is on the screen at the time, the code for both of those components, or all three, are actually being loaded in our file size. So if we look at right here, we have in the main chunk that our Webpack builds, we have 179 bytes of code here. And so if we take a look at this code, and I want to find card A in this, I'll do a quick search. And we can see we have card A. Its code is here, right? But the problem is card B is not selected, but card B's code is also included in this bundle. And so you can imagine if we had a really big application with lots of components that may not ever be, we don't need to display on the screen at a particular time, all that code is being included in this main bundle. That's going to be pretty big, especially when we're trying to download this initially to the user. So what we're going to do today is we are going to lazy load these components so that it's only going to load the component's code that's actually being displayed to the user on the screen. And that's going to decrease this file size right here. Alright, so the first thing we're going to want to do, we want to make sure we have React Loadable and React Spin Kit installed. And so we're going to come in here, we're going to add a component. React Loadable wants you to have a loading indicator component. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to add React Spin Kit in, which is a really nice library where you can add, spinners and loading indicators and things like that. And so one of the things with the loading indicator that we're going to make is it has an error prop. And so React Loadable wants us to kind of handle the errors if they occur. So it's pretty cool. We can display a friendly error message here if something does happen. Or we just return back our spinner. And I'm going to pass in just the CSS class that SpinKit has for the style of animation that we want to do. And if you can see, right here, I can select cards, nothing happens. And so what we're going to do now is we are going to create a function that's going to actually return back our selected component. And we're going to just pass in our selected card type. And I'm just going to stub out the function call right here. This is actually going to load the component that we select. And we're going to create that here in a second. But I just kind of want to, it's easy for me to stub things out beforehand. And so speaking of which, we're going to go ahead and create that load component function right now. And these are the components that we are going to be loading. Card A, card B, and Angry Joe, which is our default component if the user doesn't select anything. So all we're going to want to do here is just pass in a card type, and we're going to switch off of that type. And if it's card A, just going to make use of React Loadable here to lazy load our selected component type. And it just takes in a function here and our import statement to where our component lives. And the next thing we need to add is our actual loading indicator component that we created earlier. And it looks like I forgot to bring in our loading indicator here, so let me do that. I'll copy that, paste it right here. And Now I'm just going to return card A. And it looks like okay. So we got yeah, I'm a goof. I forgot to actually bring in React Loadable, so don't forget to do that. Let's see here. Oh, nothing. So let me see what I forgot to do here. Ah, yeah. So line 59, I'm returning back card A, but I'm not returning it as an actual JSX component. So we need to do that, and this should work. Awesome. Works. And now let's do the same thing for card B. Just going to copy and paste it here. Save some time. Let's check this out. Sweet. So we have both card styles now loading up if we select them. So let's handle the default state. We're going to return Angry Joe, which is just a grumpy face with the saucy remark if the user doesn't pick something. And it also shows by default. There it is, right there. Angry guy. Fantastic. So let's take a look at our payloads here. And we have our chunks, right? We have main chunk, well, two chunks, there's all kinds of chunks, but they don't have any really, they don't make any sense as far as what their names mean to us, really. So let's give these some meaningful names, and we can do that with Webpack chunk name comments. And we can do that right here, just add a comment. And this is something that Webpack understands. We're going to call it card A. And card B. And let's refresh that. Oh, look at that. Now we see card A chunk and card B. And they only, you notice they only show once we select them. So they are being lazy loaded. Awesome. All right. So if you guys like this, please subscribe, hit like, and all right, catch you guys next time. What we're going to do next time is we will refactor this using the new React Lazy and Suspense. So, all right, stay tuned. Take care.